What's going on, beautiful people? It is your boy Ace here, back to the video today. We're back doing my top 10 tight ends in the NFL for the 2025-2026 NFL season. We're going to be ranking these tight ends based on a few things. For number one, situation. You got to be in a good situation where the quarterback's going to throw you the ball. You could be the best tight end in the world, but if you're not getting the rock and not getting stats, it doesn't matter. Second is skill. You got to be skilled. You got to be skilled to be in this top 10. And the last one is versatility. I mean, that kind of mixes in with skill, but you got to be able to block. You got to be able to, catch balls. You got to be able to do it all to be the complete true tight end. Besides that, there's not too much to say besides subscribe to the channel, man. We're trying to make a push towards 1,000 for the end of the year, so help the boy out. It takes 2 seconds. It's free. Y'all can do it right now while I'm talking. Go click that subscribe button, man. It means the absolute world to me. I have a few honorable mentions. Let's go over them right now. I have David Njoku, both the Pittsburgh tight ends, Jonnu and Pat Freiermuth. I have Kyle Pitts. I love Kyle Pitts, and I'm always going to think that he's going to pan out and break out. Dallas Goedert, those guys. If you guys have any questions about that, comment it down below and I'll talk to you guys about that. Before I get into the number 10 spot, also make sure to comment down what player do you guys think is going to be number 1 on this list. I want to see what you guys think. At this number 10 spot, we have an Ace Sawman's list first. We have Tyler Warren, the rookie. I'm a big Tyler Warren fan. Watch him at Penn State. He was just so much fun to watch and he made so many incredible plays. There's a play in this game where he plays center, snaps the ball to the quarterback, and then runs a go route and head tops the defender. And at that point, I was like, all right, this guy is actually different. He's also a great blocker. He can do it all over the field. He is a really good player after the catch. CBS projects that he will get over 600 yards receiving and over 5 touchdowns. I think that he's more than capable of that. I think if the quarterback situation around him works out with Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, that he is going to absolutely feast. I'm a big Tyler Warren fan, and so much I have him at this number 10 spot going into his rookie year. So Tyler Warren is at your number 10 spot. This number 9 spot, I have Tucker Kraft from the Green Bay Packers. Tucker Kraft is coming off a great season. From his rookie season, he had 355 yards and he jumped to 707 yards and 7 touchdowns last year, which that is great production. Honestly, he could probably be higher than this number 9 spot. The thing that worries me with Green Bay is there's so many mouths to feed. You got Jacobs and you got all those receivers that are, it's so weird. There's not a true number 1 receiver, but there's not like a number 3. They're all number 1s in their own right, and Tucker Kraft goes into that situation. The thing that makes Tucker Kraft so valuable is he's such a big frame. He moves so well and he's a good blocker. He's a valuable player. You're not gonna have to take him off the field on really any downs to block. I mean, he's able to block, which when you look at some guys, some tight ends only play out wide because they cannot block well. Tucker Kraft's a guy that could play out, he could play in, he could play wherever. And Matt LaFleur is an offensive genius, so he gets involved a lot. Super big target, like I've said, so he's hard to take down. And also, he's in a pretty good situation. He has Jordan Love thrown to him, who I think is a very good quarterback. And he's a young player too. He's only going to get better and better with time going on. He hasn't even hit his peak yet. He could be a guy that's potentially a 1,000-yard receiver. Number 9 is a little low for Tucker Kraft. I know he's a guy that puts up numbers and he could potentially break out to be one of the best tight ends in football this year. But with the situation with all those guys, so many mouths to feed, I have to stick him at this number 9 spot. Tucker Kraft, you deserve your respect. I hope you prove me wrong, but you are at this number 9 spot. At this number 8 spot, I have Mark Andrews from the Baltimore Ravens. Last season, he recorded 55 receptions for 673 yards and 11 touchdowns. After a rough start to the season, he bounced back strong. Ultimately, we know what happened at the end of the season, the drop in the playoffs that lost them the game versus the Bills, and everyone just hates on Mark Andrews now. But this guy is talented. He's a multiple-time All-Pro, multiple-time Pro Bowler, and he has skill when he's on the field. Mark Andrews is a big target who makes great grabs. He usually has great hands, some of the best in football. That playoff game will probably decide how he looks. People are going to look back at that for years and be like, this Mark Andrews guy wasn't that good, but this man can ball. And Lamar Jackson loves throwing on the ball. They already have a connection like this. He is going to get fed this year. I'm telling you that. The emergence of Isaiah Likely definitely does scare me with Mark Andrews, though, because Isaiah Likely is a very talented tight end. He would start on a plethora of teams. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the Ravens use both of them, because I expect them to both be on the field a lot. But I think that Lamar will look for his go-to guy in Mark Andrews. He's another big guy. He's a big frame player. He's fast. He can move well, and he's also a good blocker. He's a plus blocker. I expect Mark Andrews to produce this season. I think that Isaiah Likely will take some of his burn, but as a fantasy guy, I would definitely draft Mark Andrews this year. I'm excited to see how he develops and how he continues to get better. Remember, he's not even that old yet. He's only going to get better and better, and I expect him to bounce back after that bad taste in his mouth from last season. At this number 7 spot, I have TJ Hawkinson from the Minnesota Vikings. We all know how talented TJ Hawkinson is. It's just a question is, can he stay on the field? He was a high draft pick a couple years ago for a reason. They know how good he is. He is one of the best tight ends in all of football when he's healthy. He's one of the best route running tight ends in all of football, and he's also a plus blocker. He's a great blocker at the tight end position. So he really can do it all, and honestly, with JJ McCarthy starting this year, I expect him to be leaned on a lot. I think that he'll be used as a safety blanket for McCarthy, and he will grab a lot of balls this year. But TJ Hawkinson is more than a safety blanket, in my opinion. He is a plus tight end in the NFL, and he is a very good player. He runs great routes, has great hands, is fast, he can move, great yard after catch. He's a true 5-tool tight end. Like I said, though, he has dealt with some injuries in the past, and hopefully he can get by that this year, and hopefully he can make an impact. The guy almost had 1,000 yards 2 years ago, and now he is looking to bounce back, and I think that will happen this year. I'm betting on TJ Hawkinson. I believe in him, and I think that this year he's going to be a dog. At this number 6 spot, I have Evan Ingram. I know, but when Evan Ingram's out there, he produces. He's another guy that is so good, and I don't even think Evan Ingram has been fully unlocked yet. Let me explain that. He's going into Sean Payton's offense, and we know how good Sean Payton is, offensive minded. He is a genius. So you're going to have Sean Payton, Bo Nix, Evan Ingram, and Evan Ingram really has a chance to stand out on that offense. Cortland Sutton, and I think that Evan Ingram can really be that number 2 option for them. He's a receiver trapped in a tight end's body, and he is a nightmare matchup for defenses. He could do it all. He's probably the best route running tight end in all football. He has great hands. He will help take pressure off Bo Nix. He'll be used as a safety blanket as well. He's also a guy that can burn you. He's going to be a insane player for them, and I expect him to bounce back after last season where it was very injury riddled for him. I think that we've just seen like the concept of how good Evan Ingram has been, but we haven't seen what fully can happen here. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen soon this season. I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong, and that he is one of the best tight ends in all football, and that's why I have him at this number 6 spot. At this number 5 spot, I have Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is a very weird player to me. It's a weird situation going on there. Travis Kelce is obviously a very talented player. He got 97 passes for about 900 yards last season. But the thing is, his football game isn't even the most popular thing about him. You know, he's dating Taylor Swift, all that good stuff. So it seems like he just has a ton of distractions around him. But I think last season that he was really distracted. I don't think he was really focused. And I think that this year he has a new sense of focus with him. This could be it for Kelce. This could be his last season in the NFL. You know, he has a girlfriend. He has a successful podcast. What else is he really chasing here? And I think that he came back to show that football, he loves football. I think that people really misunderstand that. He loves football, and I think that he has the money. He already has the fame. What else is he playing for? I think he's playing for his legacy this season. I think that he's playing to truly cement himself as the greatest tight end of all time, and I think that he is really motivated to prove that fact to people. He's a very confident person. He's cocky, and I feel like that's the reason he's playing. I expect him to put up good numbers this year. I think that him and Patrick Mahomes are like this. Obviously, I've talked about it in the past. I've ranked Patrick Mahomes as the 4th best quarterback going into next season because of stats. I said that he is the most talented, but he just isn't asked to perform like that. You can definitely see he's lost some of his speed, but man, you cannot deny his talent. He's one of the smartest players in football. He's the smartest tight end in football. He's the best football IQ there. And his yard after catch ability is still elite. He's not going to hit that high top-notch speed, that next level gear, but he is still a very good yard after catch player. He is very elusive with the ball. Kelce's main thing is he's so smart. He knows where to sit in the zones, and also him and Mahomes are like this. They have that connection. They know where each other are going to go, and Mahomes exactly knows where to put the ball. I could be completely wrong about Kelce, but I am a gambling man, and I'm going to gamble with him one last time. This is going to be his year. I think that he's going to bounce back and prove people that he's a ball player, and he's going to go on his high horse. I think that this is it for him. I think that this is his last season. He's hinted it. I think that it's coming up for him, and I think that he's going to go into the twilight with a great season. At this number 4 spot, I have Sam Laporta from the Detroit Lions. Laporta had one of the best rookie seasons that we've seen out of a tight end in forever, man. He was absolutely dominant. He had 10 touchdowns, about 1,000 yards, and he was a damn dog. Last year he came down to earth. He had 700 yards and 7 touchdowns, but man, I expect him to have a great year. Sam Laporta is ultra talented. We know that offense he's in is really good. He has a connection with Jared Goff. It's going to be very interesting how the offense works this year without Ben Johnson, but I'm excited to see Detroit without that. The thing about his situation is he's competing with a lot of people to get the rock. David Montgomery, J-Mo, and then with the receivers, you have Tim Patrick, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams. At the tight end position too, Brock Wright gets in there a lot. Sam Laporta is a great blocking tight end, and he has very good hands. He's a very surefire option, and he's a fun player to watch, man. I don't really have too much to say about him. Watch the film if you're going to ask any questions about him. He is a dog, and I'm excited to see him this upcoming season, and that's why he's at this number 4 spot. Top 3, in my opinion, are the upper echelon of tight ends. We know who they are. I'm not going to say their names just to keep the suspense up, and these guys are pretty much interchangeable in my opinion, but at this number 3 spot, I have George Kittle. Kittle last year at the tight end position at 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. He had a great season, man. We know he's the best blocking tight end in football, but his receiving game is just top notch, man. He's truly the most versatile tight end in football. He was the number 1 option last season. I expect him to keep that role. With Deebo Samuel gone, Brandon Ayuk's kind of hurt. I don't know what's going on with him. I expect that he will be the number 1 target for quarterback Brock Purdy. He's in a pretty good situation. He's Kyle Shanahan. There's no reason that he should not be lower than this 3 spot. George Kittle is a stud, man. He also has high effort. I know that's not a skill, but he has one of the highest motors in the game of football. He's a true do-it-all guy. Like I say, he's the most versatile tight end in football. He is really a 5 tool. He can block. He's big. He runs routes well. Great after the catch. and he's physical. I mean, he is truly a physical specimen. I'm telling you guys, this guy does not care who you are. He's going to try and run through your face. George Kittle is truly awesome, and I really do hope that he continues to put this together and hopefully go towards Cannon one day, because he is so much fun to watch. George Kittle is at your number 3 spot. At this number 2 spot, I know this one's going to surprise a lot of you guys, but I have Brock Bowers. There's a reason that Bowers is at this number 2 spot, and it's not him. He's the most skilled tight end in football. It's his quarterback, Geno Smith. I like Geno. I think he's a very good quarterback, but the thing with Geno is he does not favor the tight end position. I don't think he's ever had a tight end finish over tight end 10 in fantasy football. I know it's not the best measuring gauge, but still, he does not target the tight end a lot. I know what you're thinking. Brock Bowers, he's never had a tight end like Brock Bowers. I agree with that, but I'm just going off the stats. I don't know how they're going to mesh. Even though Brock was performing with Uber Eats drivers thrown to him, I think that, Geno, I don't know how it's going to work, man. I mean, I expect Brock Bowers to be the true alpha for that team, but I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet, and Geno scares me. Instead of me talking about why he's not this number 1 spot, let me talk about how good he is, man. He's the most skilled tight end in football. True do-it-all, like I've said. You can put him out wide. You put him in a fullback room, a tight end. You can, shift him. He can play in the slot. He is a true do-it-all tight end. Same thing I said about Kittle. He can do it all. Big, physical. He is an absolute unit. In my opinion, he's a little better of a receiver than Kittle. Kittle's a little better of a blocker, but I still think that Brock Bowers is only going into his second year, and he's already the second best tight end in football. That is ridiculous. And he did it last year in a broken team. I can't even imagine what a competent team ran by Pete Carroll is going to look like. He is going to be night and day. Geno's stuff does worry me a little, but I expect him to be a very big player. And I expect him to break that trend. Honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I think that he will break that trend, but I'm just going off past history. And like I said, the situation, all that stuff matters. He's going in with a new quarterback. They haven't meshed yet. I haven't seen them play together yet. And if he proves me wrong, I'm more than happy to admit that Brock Bowers is the number 1 tight end in football. I've said that he's the most skilled, and if he does prove me wrong, like I said, I'm very much happy with that. I hope he proves me wrong, but gotta go with my gut here, and he's at this number 2 spot. At this number 1 spot, I have Trey McBride from the Arizona Cardinals. Trey McBride had a great season, but he did not score many touchdowns. I remember the joke was, damn, is he ever going to score a touchdown? And he finally scored one, I think in week 17 versus the Panthers. McBride is such an interesting player to me because him and Kyler Murray mesh like this. He is the number 1 in that offense. You guys have seen with Marvin Harrison Jr., Kyler and Marvin didn't connect that well. They did not connect that well in his rookie season, but Trey McBride was getting fed. So I already know that Trey McBride is going to get his burn as long as he stays healthy. Kyler Murray is definitely going to feed him. Again, he's another very versatile tight end. You can play out anywhere. You can play wide. You can play slot. He can motion at fullback. And you can kind of see the trend with the tight end position, man. With the way it's going, these guys are going to play everywhere on the field. He runs a very diverse route tree at the tight end position. He runs routes that not too many other tight ends run. And like I said, he's used as a big receiver for them. He's also very good after the catch, one of the premier yak players in football. And him and Kyler Murray have that connection. They're like this. Kyler is not the tallest quarterback in the book, so when he sees his big tight end, he just slings it to him, man. And Trey McBride is just really good at getting open. He's a mismatch nightmare, and he is a guy that can do it all, and I'm super excited to see what he does this year. That's why Trey McBride is at your number 1 spot. That's gonna be the video, guys. I appreciate every single one you clicked on the video, and if you're still here, make sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys like college football rebuilds, go check out my Wyoming series, wherever it is on one of these. Go check it out, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. It's your boy, A Salmon out. Peace.